Section 31 of English Synonyms and Antonyms. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Lenny. English Synonyms and Antonyms by James Champlin Fernald. Garrulous to grief. Garrulous. Synonyms: chattering, loquacious, talkative, verbose. Garrulous signifies given to constant trivial talking. Chattering signifies uttering rapid, noisy, and unintelligible or scarcely intelligible sounds, whether articulate words or such as resemble them. Chattering is often used of vocal sounds that may be intelligible by themselves, but are ill understood owing to confusion of many voices or other cause. The talkative person has a strong disposition to talk, with or without an abundance of words, or many ideas. The loquacious person has an abundant flow of language, and much to say on any subject suggested. Either may be lively and for a time entertaining. The garrulous person is tedious, repetitious, petty, and self-absorbed. Verbose is applied to utterances more formal than conversation, as to writings or public addresses. We speak of a chattering monkey, or a chattering idiot, a talkative child, a talkative or loquacious woman, a garrulous old man, a verbose writer. Compare circumlocution. Antonyms: laconic, reserved, reticent, silent, speechless, taciturn. Gender. Synonym: sex. Sex is a distinction among living beings. It is also the characteristic by which most living beings are distinguished from inanimate things which are of no sex. Gender is a distinction in language partially corresponding to this distinction in nature. While there are but two sexes, there are in some languages, as in English and German, three genders. The French language has but two genders, and makes the names of all inanimate objects either masculine or feminine. Some languages are without the distinction of gender, and those that maintain it are often quite arbitrary in its application. We speak of the masculine or feminine gender, the male or female sex. General. Synonyms: common, commonplace, customary, everyday, familiar, frequent, habitual, normal, ordinary, popular, prevalent, public, universal, usual. Common signifies frequently occurring, not out of the regular course, not exceptional, hence not above the average, not excellent or distinguished, inferior, or even low. Common also signifies pertaining to or participated in by two or more persons or things, as sorrow is common to the race. General may signify pertaining equally to all of a class, race, etc., but very commonly signifies pertaining to the greater number, but not necessarily to all. Universal applies to all without exception. General applies to all with possible or comparatively slight exceptions. Common applies to very many, without deciding whether they are even a majority. A common remark is one we often hear. A general experience is one that comes to the majority of people. A universal experience is one from which no human being is exempt. It is dangerous for a debater to affirm a universal proposition, since that can be negatived by a single exception, while a general statement is not invalidated even by adducing many exceptions. We say a common opinion, common experience, a general rule, general truth, a universal law. Compare synonyms for normal, usual. Antonyms: exceptional, infrequent, rare, singular, uncommon, unknown, unusual. Generous. Synonyms: bountiful, chivalrous, disinterested, free, free-handed, free-hearted, liberal, magnanimous, munificent, noble, open-handed, open-hearted. Generous, from Latin genus, a race, primarily signifies having the qualities worthy of noble or honorable birth, hence free and abundant in giving, giving freely, heartily, and self-sacrificingly. As regards giving, generous refers rather to the self-sacrificing heartiness of the giver, liberal to the amount of the gift. A child may show himself generous in the gift of an apple. A millionaire makes a liberal donation. A generous gift, however, is commonly thought of as both ample and hearty. A munificent gift is vast in amount, whatever the motive of its bestowal. One may be free with another's money; he can be generous only with his own. Disinterested suggests rather the thought of one's own self-denial; generous, of one's hearty interest in another's welfare or happiness. One is magnanimous by a greatness of soul, from Latin magnus, great, and animus, soul, that rises above all that is poor, mean, or weak, especially above every petty or ignoble motive or feeling pertaining to one's self, and thus above resentment of injury or insult. One is generous by a kindness of heart that would rejoice in the welfare rather than in the punishment of the offender. Antonyms: avaricious, close, covetous, greedy, ignoble, illiberal, mean, miserly, niggardly, parsimonious, penurious, petty, rapacious, stingy. Genius. Synonyms: talent, talents. Genius is exalted intellectual power, capable of operating independently of tuition and training, and marked by an extraordinary faculty for original creation, invention, discovery, expression, etc. Talent is marked mental ability, and, in a special sense, a particular and uncommon aptitude for some special mental work or attainment. Genius is higher than talent, more spontaneous, less dependent upon instruction, less amenable to training. Talent is largely the capacity to learn, acquire, appropriate, adapt oneself to demand. Yet the genius that has won the largest and most enduring success has been joined with tireless industry and painstaking. Compare synonyms for mind, power. Antonyms: dullness, folly, imbecility, obtuseness, senselessness, stupidity. Get. Synonyms: achieve, acquire, attain, earn, gain, obtain, procure, receive, secure, win. Get is a most comprehensive word. A person gets whatever he comes to possess or experience, whether with or without endeavor, expectation, or desire. He gets a bargain, a blow, a fall, a fever. He gains what he comes to by effort or striving. The swimmer gains the shore. A man acquires by continuous and ordinarily by slow process, as one acquires a foreign language. A person is sometimes said to gain and often to acquire what has not been an object of direct endeavor. In the pursuits of trade he incidentally gains some knowledge of foreign countries. He acquires by association with others a correct or incorrect accent. He acquires a bronzed complexion by exposure to a tropical sun. In such use, what he gains is viewed as desirable